Good afternoon, students. This is the part 4 of our biology video. Still, we are studying the basic concepts of the biology itself only. So, we came to know that in the last previous recorded videos and the live classes, we came to know that what is biology. I mean to say that is there any relationship between the life and the living? We came to know that. And who is the father of biology? And slowly we came to know that how the living organism is made up of and which material it is made up of. That is we came to know that there is a one cell called the basic and structural unit of all the living organisms. We came to know that, and slowly we started studying about the cell. That is who coined the term and how they have coined the term. And in all the living organisms, the cell is the one basic building blocks, okay, as we have understood. Okay, let us go through now. We have to know that what is actually the shape of the cell. So we are saying that statement, all the living organism is made up of with the cells itself only. But is that the cells a similar shape and function it is performing in all the living organism? That is what the question now arising. That is what the topic today's videos we are going to discuss. That is called as a cell shape. So the shape of the cell is related to its function. It's related to its function. So it is having its own shape, particular shape it is having, and it is having a particular function also. Is it or not? So it is having a particular shape and it is having a particular function. So depending upon the particular shape, it is having its own performing function. Each one of the cell it is having its own identity. Is it or not? So as if we know that all the living organism, we know that that is a first the cell is the basic, and from the cell it is going to become a tissue, and from the tissue it is going to become an organ, as if we know that. Okay, so this is the basic where we know that. And cell, that is what the first sentence they are saying, the shape of the cell is related to its function. Means however the shape it is having, according to that it is going to perform the function. That is the sentence meaning. Next, some of the cells, example amoeba and leukocytes. So which is a blood cells only, where we can say leukocytes. Okay, leukocytes are nothing but the WBCs. Erythrocytes are nothing but the RBCs. Is it not, students? As if we have studied everything. So some of the cells, examples amoeba and leukocytes, exhibit changes in their shapes. Exhibits the changes in their shape. So if they are saying here as a comparable study. Okay, what is this comparable study? As we know that amoeba is a unicellular. It is not made up of with the many cells. Only single cell it is made up of. Entire body is a living by the single cell. That too it is a irregular in shape. That we know that. It is having a pseudopodia. So the pseudopodia is nothing but projection, which is a outgrowth, where we can say from the body. With that pseudopodia, it helps. What are the functions of pseudopodia? The pseudopodia which helps in the crash, that is a capturing of the prey is nothing but the food. Okay, and it is also protecting from the enemies with the tentacles. The pseudopodia in the form of we can call it as a tentacles also. So it is protecting from the enemies also. Whereas the leukocytes, that is the WBC, this is also one of the blood cell, but comparably it is having, leukocytes is having a definite shape, whereas a amoeba is not having a definite shape. That is what the comparable study they are saying. So exhibit changes in their shape, and while others don't. So exhibiting comparably, while others also will be not having a proper shape, and some will be having the definite shape. That is the meaning of this point. And in such cases, the cell shape is more or less fixed. So almost majority of the cells of all the living organisms, they are saying that it is having a definite shape. Only few of the cells will be not having the definite shape. Then coming to the third point, let us go through the shapes. What we are saying, keep on saying that different shapes and all. So the cells may be oval, round, plate-like. Okay, cells may be oval, round, plate-like, oval. We can say like this, oval. Okay, round, as we know that, plate-like, as we know that, tubular, which is a tube-like structure, or cylindrical. More or less, these two words shape will sync one of the same meaning. Okay, and branched. So it is not having one like this, branches. Okay, it is a branched. We'll come to see one by one the diagram which I have drawn, and so on. So let's go to the fourth point. The cell shape is said to be controlled by several factors. The cell shape is also depending upon some of the factors. The factors is nothing but the influence. Okay, something, there is a reason that is called as a factor, where we can say, or something, the reason will be present depending upon the characteristics, which is the characteristics is nothing but the lakshnagalu, where we can say are the features. In the last videos maybe I told in Kannada also, that is a lakshnagalu, features, characteristics. So such as functions, so factors such as, let us discuss what are the factors. That is a function which is going to perform its function. Karya, where we can say age, that is it also depends on the age. Cell wall, that is a cell wall is one of the cell organelle which has to be perform the function. Without, so we will in the future upcoming videos or in our first year syllabus will come to know that in detail regarding to the cell wall. What is cell wall? Okay, that is a cell wall. In animal cells, there is a difference between major, we are going to study the cell, that is a one is the plant cell and another one is the animal cell, and this is one of the major important question for first year also students, which we already studied. So animal cell lack the cell wall, plant cell is having the cell wall. This is the major difference between the plant cell and the animal cell. As and when we are going in the videos, we'll come to know in detail. Then external pressure, external means outside, location, that is a position, and tension, that will be somewhat something like a pressure itself only, tension, and the viscosity, that is the flow of the cells moving, okay, which is having. All these are the factors which is responsible, that is a cell shape is said to be controlled. So it has to be controlled shape, so it cannot grow bigger, is it not? So it has to be some extent to grow, and to that extent the whatever the cell shape is formed, if out of from that they are going to be performing the function. See students, I have drawn few diagrams related to the different shapes. So this is the RBC cell, okay, that is a concave, where we can say, and smooth muscle cells. These are the smooth muscle cells. Inside the nucleus is there. This is the stomata. To already you have observed all this, the shape, different shapes of the cells, okay. This is in human beings, in where we can say in animals, smooth muscles in the animals, stomata in the plant, nerve cells in the humans and in the animals also, okay. And you can have a look, there is a different shapes. This is a euglena, and a paramecium also, it is having its own shape, and this is the sperm, okay. And this is a chlamydomonas. This is the algae, different type of species if we consider. This is the algae, and this is a bacteria. This is a bacteria, and this is a nerve cell. So these are the different types of the shapes of the cells which is present. According to the different shapes, it is going to perform its function. Thank you students.